It's 1.7.
Okay, keep it clean.
6:59. Yeah, yike.
Someone's timing here.
That looks pretty good though, doesn't it?
That's really nice job. Oh, that helped a bunch. None of the stuff is surface mount.
Well, not at power, no.
No. But
I mean, they're relays. You're not gonna surface mount the relay.
no.
I could have done the LED surface mount, I
But
suppose.
yeah, before the meeting started, you're doing through hole circuit board. I mean, we're okay.
The company.
Well. Anyway, that we have a solution. That it's just drained in the last 2 weeks. You're constantly in a battle, let alone running a business.
These two solder.
This is the way it is.
It's not solder, it's just a nice solder job.
There's a relay, it's a.
Oh, is there a
you can
spot
see
in
on-
between it?
You can see it on the other side.
Okay, it didn't go all the way through.
I like the top solder.
Oh, yeah, there's a hole there. All right, that's full. Yeah, I like the top. Well, I don't know. Depends on which board I'm making.
I always lay my boards out with the most wiring on the top side of the board. That way, if you're trying to troubleshoot something, you can figure out where.
Get to it. It isn't upside down.
Are we starting with show and tell today?
So he's just showing off.
Showing off.
That's
a different
This is-
Just showing off.
This is not officially, I don't know that we've even began our,
We're recording right now.
Yeah, well, you didn't hear that?
oh my goodness. Anyway.
Dennis is going to join us.
I guess we'll let him.
He wants to connect his audio.
Okay.
You can't just mute him.
Dennis is talking. Oh, no, we're talking.
Hello, Dennis.
Let me make sure.
Hi, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
Good to have you here virtually.
You can't make faces at him.
You can.
Well, he can see us, we just can't see him.
Why don't we test our speaker and microphone?
Test speaker and microphone. Yes.
Okay.
Yours plays the same.
Testing
too.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
microphone's working.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Hey, Dennis, you're muted.
So what you been up to, Mike?
Went on a bicycle camping trip. Last
Yay,
weekend.
that sounds good.
That sounds like work.
Take your radio with you.
I did. Really took a little
How far a bike ride was it?
Oh, just from the house up to Beals Point. It's about 13 miles one way.
I like that a lot.
In biking terms, they call it an S24O. So sub 24-hour overnight trip.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So we,
I didn't realize bicycles were that sophisticated.
Oh, yeah, it's
no, it's the guy
seen
who said
bicycles lately.
no, only any old bike you can throw stuff on. You don't have to go out. In fact, it's best not to go out and buy all the carbon fiber and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God,
You
they get
frown at it,
stolen.
they-
When they steal it.
Well, you go over a curb. Well, really can't do anything functional other than pretend you're a racer.
Really,
You know, where
really fragile, huh?
yeah, they explode.
Oh, do they really?
Wow.
Well, I mean, if you went over a curb or impact or something like that, which you do when you're touring, you know, you throw 30, 40 pounds of stuff plus a fat guy on it, and then you hit a curb or something. You don't want to have a carbon fiber fork or something.
Wow.
You want to
You could have a carbon fiber explosion.
yeah, you have a lot
That'd
of
be pretty
carbon,
exciting.
yeah, you have a lot of carbon fiber pieces. Yeah, it was a blast.
That wouldn't be carbon neutral, would it?
Yeah.
Where did you start your ride at?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hey,
hey,
Dennis.
Dennis, greetings.
My house. So, yeah, just
Where
the
did
house.
you start it at?
So I live about a mile from here. So
Just from your house? You just left from your house?
yeah, I just packed everything. My buddy came over to the house and rode over Old Fair Oaks Bridge and stopped in Folsom, got a huge burrito and margaritas to go.
I'm liking your style of camping.
Beals Point.
Folsom Lake.
Yeah.
So that's
You
along
go Auburn
Auburn Folsom Road.
Yeah.
They have a campground. That's where you guys stayed.
You the man.
Nice. There's a nice campground there. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, that's why we went.
Yeah.
Yeah. No car, no nothing, nice and quiet. Yeah, it was blessed. I just went up one evening,
So it's a bike-in campground or?
not the regular campground.
Oh, you can drive your car?
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you ride in on your bike, do you still have to pay a fee?
Yeah, you reserve the campground.
No, can't say.
You don't get a discount for not having a car.
I was just gonna ask. Okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
What do they charge for that nowadays?
It's 28 plus the privilege. They charge you $7 for the privilege of making the reservation. So the campground is 28 bucks.
Really good
But for the
surcharge.
privilege of making the
Wow.
reservation
It's 35
is $7. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You know, there used to be a Motel 6, and for $6 a night, you could stay in
A
there.
long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for $6 a night, you can walk up to the guy who tells you it's not $6 anymore.
A lot more than $6.
Yep.
Times have changed.
And the competitor.
Well, the first thing we ought to do is,
Was a Motel 8, right?
Yes.
go over the, QSO party for the correct
Oh, yeah, there was some.
one this time.
Yeah.
You pass that to the boss.
Oh, you want this, John?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you.
He turned his back on me.
The last one was a bogus story and it wasn't even, April.
Are you trying to say your numbers were wrong?
We're just
Yeah.
missing some bands or something.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong data. So it was a computer error, we'll call it that.
That is not compute.
No, it didn't.
You know,
All I gotta do
we have
is,
as much money in our club as River City has in their club. Really?
okay, now,
That's because they've got 100 members.
how can I get another? That's how I can do it. All right, so California QSO party.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's got colors and everything.
Everything.
I don't think this one cost you $35 either.
That's for the whole suite.
What are you talking about?
Camping fees.
Oh,
I think 28 bucks is pretty decent these days. Really?
And flush toilets and showers. I didn't know that they had showers there. but they
You
had-
know, when I was in Vietnam, we did have
Quarters.
flush toilets. We had cold water in the shower.
Yeah, quarter.
okay.
So maybe we do that some.
So those of you who said, yes, we were on 15 meters
And then set some stuff.
that day were correct.
That was me.
So, and it makes sense now thinking about it. We started out on 20 because there wasn't anything on 15. Then we went to 15. And then we went back to 20. And later on into 40 meters. And then 80 meters. So there's the corrected report.
Okay, that sounds
Total contacts,
273.
273,
Pretty good.
which according to Chris's memory, that other one was too low and he was right.
yeah, it was way low because I was there, I worked 240 and then I gave it to someone else.
Yeah.
How many 15s did you have?
Well, let's see here.
15 was pretty good.
Did you do any 10?
No.
Yes, 10's been crazy.
10 was nuts.
Well, that was the 1st of October. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 30, 34.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
34 on 15. and then 2 batches of 20. So
That sounds
that's
good.
why the numbers were off. I brought up the wrong file. It was from 2020.
Made 3 contacts on 20 with Arkansas and 3 contacts on 15 with Arkansas. Thank you. And everything, Mississippi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only missed 7. Cool.
Only missed 7 states.
I don't know what's with Oregon. Nobody
Yeah,
must,
you'd think you'd have had a
Nobody-
bunch in Oregon.
nobody must be a ham in Oregon or something.
You hear them all the time.
Sounds like there's somebody out there, yeah.
You just throw up.
Here I am.
Oh, Chris is here.
Righty.
Howdy, Chris.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
Oh, good. We'll get a fire.
Have an easy chair.
Feel fire?
You got the big chair here, Chris.
Thought about it, didn't get to it.
All right.
Probably next month. So Chris, you were right.
What?
The
You ready?
total contacts were 273
Wow.
from the California QSO party. I was on the wrong file.
If you were
Last month.
year, probably.
Yeah.
That wasn't too good last year.
So anyway, yeah, because a lot of people said we thought sure we went on 15, but it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did do 15. We started out on 20, then went to 15, then went back to 20 again,
Yeah.
and
40,
40 and
a
80.
little bit of 80. And
Mostly 20, more 20s than anything else.
Good.
Yeah, it stayed open for an awful long time.
Yeah, that was, let's see,
Thanks
the
to
last
David's antenna.
20 meters was,
We didn't have it that high.
I know, that's the amazing.
Not
Yeah,
bad
he had
for, not bad for a rubber.
how high was that? 20 feet?
I think we had it up,
About
we put up
15 feet?
they're 4-foot poles, I think 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible for, that
20
low.
should have been marked in the sky.
Yeah,
And, John ended up getting, I think he said Spain, some European countries.
Yeah,
Afterwards.
yeah, you had it here a couple weeks,
Play
left it up.
around with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
sounds like John needs a tower and a van.
Yeah, sure. Those hex beams seem pretty,
They're pretty neat.
pretty cost effective.
Put the hex on.
We got one for our field days station. And I built a triplexer, so
Oh, yeah.
you can run all 3 rigs off the same antenna.
That was pretty cool. You guys were, you're doing,
Different bands or same band?
yeah,
Different
that same antenna, yeah.
Same antenna, yeah.
Did you have 3 stations going?
Yeah, more than
I
that.
think we had 4.
Yeah,
4.
there were 4 or 5 over there. I stopped by there after we shut down. It was pretty quiet. Seemed to be a lot of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know,
Should
we
have
might-
grabbed the key.
we could do two.
What's that?
I guess
Should
we
have
really
grabbed
wanted
the
to.
Yeah, we had one.
Give points to the enemy?
Yeah.
No. That was my
Share your
original
templates.
club when I got
I
back
know.
into ham radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think our kids were.
You know, there's 160 members in that club now.
How many active?
Well, that's hard to say.
Probably not a fraction, 10%.
It's, well, most of the hams these days press the repeater microphone.
Yeah, it's a different kind of club. And that's fine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The repeater's pretty quiet.
The average usage on a ham radio repeater, 4%.
Yeah.
Now.
4% nowadays, huh?
Yeah, you get on the repeater, it's ready to get off.
I solved the problem by never getting on.
I do too, I get on the repeater now,
I don't know how to
Well,
program an
18
offset
route now.
anyway.
probably 20 years. I had anything on that commuter.
Yeah, I went on that Lincoln ride, that, there was a 30, it's a metric century, So 50 times 0.62, whatever that is, that's how
About
far.
30 miles.
Yeah, 32 miler. Anyway, the Western Placer Ham Radio Club did all the communication for them. They're a good outfit.
They are good.
Yeah, they're really active. They do that Western States run.
Yeah.
I mean, true public service, so
Yeah.
as much as I don't.
When I lived over,
Talkie, they're very much responsible for us keeping our privileges.
Yeah.
when I lived over in Napa, we did 3 bicycle events. Only because cell phone coverage is so bad in the town.
Oh, yeah.
Well, plus everyone gets to hear everything, Okay, there's a guy down over here, and a flat tire, you get 2 or 3 people go over there, so it works really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did a good job, like they do every year.
I think they've got about 200 and some members, 210, I think it was, or 240. And they are active.
You know, I could have used some of that 40 years ago. I had a flat tire with a gal, and we were in the middle, on the side of the road on I-80. Down there, put the tire on, he was freaking out because the flare didn't work. I said, I don't need the flares, I can do this. Got the tire on.
Leave it to Chris.
Yep.
Now, I'm going on a ride on Sunday, and it's Lodi, it's the wine, Giro de Vino. That's 37 miles and 9 wineries.
9 wineries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think 3 is the limit if you
Well, I don't
have any taste buds.
by that time,
Well, you don't
yeah, they
swallow
got
it.
convoluted.
It doesn't matter. You can only.
Now, I have a list of
there's only so
all the
much.
stuff I want to taste at each one, and I'll hit maybe 4 of them at the most. But I don't know who does the communication for that.
Lodi Amateur Radio Club, are they active anymore?
I don't know.
My brother-in-law was in there.
Let Rob in.
Message is received from W6 kilonewtons Kevin.
Where'd he go?
You left again?
It's not his picture.
Maybe you scared him off.
Participants.
Maybe it was indecent.
Yeah, it's Rob. Okay.
Don't forget I'm Jew.
Invite.
Yeah.
You have no mic and no camera.
Which Rob are you talking to?
Yeah, I don't, DQ or KIS?
DQ.
DQ.
Hey,
All right.
How you
Look on
doing?
that KIS.
All right.
I bet you don't look like a meter.
All right. So how come we're not seeing everybody that's,
We'll go back there.
well, how many?
And
how many
you have to
people?
click
3?
on Rob and, no, he's active.
Yeah,
He just doesn't have his camera on.
right.
Yeah, I don't have the camera on. I'm using the stupid iPhone, and I have to use the voiceover. And for whatever reason, I can't hear the stupid thing talking when the Zoom audio is coming in, so I can't slide over to whatever button to enable the camera.
Well, we hear you.
You don't want to see me anyways. It's no big deal.
Yeah, we know what you look like.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
your face, man.
Exactly.
This is
It's
true.
burned into my memory, unfortunately.
Once you see it, you can't forget.
It's a bad crowd.
It is.
Yes.
Bad crowd.
Very bad. Chris.
So when we started drinking.
Start drinking coffee, yeah.
Okay. So you got Dennis, Rob, and everybody that's here recorded, Chris?
I do. When I got here, let's see, I tell you what I got. LQ, CIM, UICQ, RM, UVK, that's here.
Okay,
EQ, MVP, and VI.
good job.
Yeah. On the ball here.
You are.
As usual.
Yeah. You
That's why you got the job for life.
Yeah, permanent position.
You know, if you start for Patty tomorrow on the weekend, we have 3 blind people showing up.
Oh, wow. Well, at least you don't have to make the house pretty. That's what women worry about a lot, you know?
A new light over the table, the dining room table now.
Oh my God, there's Rob.
Yeah.
We see you now, Rob.
Yeah, I found when you were quiet, I was able to hear the button. So there you go, in all my glory.
Hey, Liz.
Hey, you in your shack, Dennis?
I am.
Nice.
This is the temporary one while I actually build out the permanent one.
Yay.
Nice.
Now you got to put stuff on the wall, get rid of the echo.
All righty then.
I just might as well get going.
So you got the minute report from last month for us, Chris?
I just got them off the press a while ago, yes, sir.
Off the press.
We met on October 6th, 2022, yeah, that's right. We had 11 in attendance, seems like we have more. But Phil gave us a little report here. We have $3,753.36 in our Tri-County bank account. Extended $481, payable $431. Yeah, let's see. Intact, whatever that means. Okay, DQP result, we could have done later, I guess. 208 contacts, he said. That's well, okay, that's right.
Okay. No, that's not right.
I know.
That needs correcting.
That we'll figure it out. Okay, we'll just skip all that then. Let me see here, what do you want to know about? Ooh, Blood Roundup coming up in November, on the 19th and 20th. Don't forget that. And Phil, KD6RM discussed 160 meter BCI, broadcast interference, and designing a filter for it. And the demo will be this month. Meeting adjourned at 2034. And we had 30 chickens on the air last month. So that's my report.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Phil, you want to give a quick review on your filter device?
You wanna do that, or you want a treasurer's report?
Oh, all right, do it.
That's what he meant to say.
Is that what he meant to say?
It was,
Did you know that?
it was a test and you passed.
At this point, we had a big infusion of cash. Woo! That was a transfer of our PayPal balance. And so currently, we have $8,043.04 in our
How much?
8043.04.
Sounds like it's time for a club.
But that's a combination of what we have in Trico Bank plus PayPal. And in PayPal, we have two PayPal accounts. One has $30 in it, and one has $200 in it. So combined, we've got $8,000. By the way, I gave you a copy of this report, it's right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get the PayPal account numbers, and I need to be able to access PayPal so that I can keep track of what the expenditures are and the deposits are.
Okay.
So you'll have to share with me the password when we get around to that. And
Well, also, we're gonna have to get a new Zoom account and then take all the money out of the old PayPal and cancel it.
that's fine. I'm just keeping track of the numbers.
That's why there's some money still in there, because Zoom is coming out of there.
Gotcha. So anyway, that's the report. Is that where we're at?
Do we have a plan for what we do with this money, or is it just gonna be used for here and there for hot dogs and pizza until everyone dies?
I don't think there ever was a plan for the use.
No, there never was a plan.
Yeah, that's kind of why I posed the question.
You know, I'm of the opinion that the idea behind a fund for a club is to take care of the interests of the members of the club.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And so I never got too crazy about raising a lot of money for a club unless we had a place we wanted to put that money.
The
That's
benefits
right.
the members.
Right, because otherwise, you're just picking your members' pockets so that you can brag about how much money you have.
Well, we're doing that now.
That's hard to argue with.
Well, I mean, that's literally what
Yeah.
goes on. So, you know, in the case of the other club I'm involved with,
Mhm.
our average income was about $2,000 a year, and our average expenses was about $2,000 a year. I mean, that's pretty much where it was, and
Which includes a repeater.
yeah, with repeater
And
and
what other
Christmas
expenses?
party and field day and, you know,
Yeah, then you pay rent for your
and then
meeting
it was
place.
Yeah,
rent for the
Which
meeting
we're not
space
doing.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
have a
And
repeater.
so, you know, it's pretty well balanced. The idea is to take care of your needs and not impose too much on your members. We have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And to Mike's point, what do we want to do with our money?
I know we can do.
And you know, it's early in our recent history
Yeah, it is.
to be making any long-term plans of
Right.
sort. But I think it is a good idea to kind of
To start thinking about it, yeah.
Plans are cheap.
So can I make a comment on that?
Plans are cheap, you know.
Well, it requires effort, and that's the part that's hard.
What's that, Dennis?
Can I make a comment on that topic before we go?
Absolutely.
Certainly.
Good noise.
No, we lost it.
It's
Just radio.
It's,
did we lose Dennis?
No, I'm here. I
Okay.
just, I don't want to interrupt. I just want to make sure
oh, go ahead.
we don't leave. Okay. So with respect to this huge infusion of cash that we have, just as a reminder, we are incorporated right now as a public benefit corporation, and we are going to apply for tax exemption as a public benefit corporation. So as we go forward and make plans as to how we want to distribute our wealth, we need to make sure that we understand that we are not existing for the benefit of the members. We are existing for the benefit of the public. So just, we need to keep that in mind as we go forward, that's all.
Okay.
Well, you know, we are members of the public, by the way.
That's good. We are members and the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a perfect example of that public benefit part is the CW classes that we had offered at one point and that were open to the public. Our meetings are open to the public in theory. So as long as we keep that in mind, we can honestly answer those questions we get once a year when we file our report to IRS about what we
You know,
did with the money. in our
And field day qualifies there too, because we open that up to expose people to the
That's
hospital.
absolutely right. I didn't make the comment to assert that we were doing something wrong. I just want to make sure that,
Stay at the park.
I just want to make sure that that comment, that fact that we are a public benefit corporation remains upfront.
Yeah, we need to be in compliance.
Yep.
And so I've never done an annual report, so it sounds like we give a list of activities at the end of the year on how we supported the public.
Well, I don't actually know right now what that form looks like. Because we are so small, we need to, we fill out a postcard once a year, and that's our tax return. And I can help you, I can provide what those questions are. But basically, we need to just answer the questions honestly that we have complied with our mission as a public benefit corporation. And our mission is in our articles of incorporation and our bylaws. So as long as we are consistent with that, we're good.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it's gonna be an interesting experience for me to figure out this filing for the first time. but we'll get it done.
We'll get it done, and I think it's easier than you think, so it'll be good.
So what is you file at River City, right? 'Cause you're in-
We do, and we filed just with the state with River City. That's because we lost our tax exempt standing with the IRS.
For what reason?
Because we didn't file our reports in a timely manner. At least that's what I've heard, and this goes back several years ago.
So because of that, you don't need to file at all?
Well, there's not enough income that they get excited
Ah,
about.
I see.
But the state requires that we do file. And that's a little simple, just as Dennis described, it's a simple little.
So the state requires that you file regardless of the income level where the
Yes,
feds.
yes.
Well, there's also, when we go forward with this process, we will ask for an exemption to that minimum tax from the state.
Yeah,
So-
River City's not taxed either.
Yeah.
I don't know how all that got put together in the first.
So right now, River City is a corporation, but it's not
It's not nonprofit.
nonprofit. I see. Yeah. Just curiosity there. Okay, is there any other business?
I already showed my gadget.
They didn't.
No, you gotta do that again at
Yeah, that was before the meeting
Oh,
started.
so we're
that was
fixing
not,
gadgets?
that was not the show and tell time.
Oh, okay.
Right, don't you?
Yeah.
Prompt me when it's time.
Okay, well, right now it's time for you to review what you did last month.
Ooh,
And
you know,
then-
I have.
I keep trying to find a signal on 160. Anybody out there put a 160 meter signal in the air? We're trying to use his. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Is that your inverted L?
Yes.
A week, yeah. Look down the bottom there. What about your buddy down,
Pop
whatever
this,
it is?
That's what I'm listening to right now.
pop this in your computer and see if you can find a file in there that's got some video on it. Because I actually.
Okay, but we have a signal now, so let's try it out right now.
Let's try what out?
Your filter.
No.
Oh, okay.
What you need to do is you need to have a very low level signal. And I have a transmitter that produces a very low level signal.
Okay.
You tune to that signal,
Okay.
and then you add your antenna to it.
Okay. Yeah.
And if when you add the antenna, if the signal level drops, you know you've got some issues with blocking.
Well, what about just trying it out for real? We have a low level signal there right now.
Here's a filter. But I don't think it's going to give you the answer you're looking for. Yeah, you can.
Well, it's real nice that it works on the test bench, but what I'm curious is what it actually does.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've got.
Yeah,
That's where we run.
so I know, I was gonna say, yeah, it was so low, hilarious. All right,
So we actually went off whatever.
See, we haven't identified what the real signal issue is.
I've not ridden that there. I've ridden in the lake, you know.
Okay.
So,
If you want to try this
that's
filter,
where you guys stand,
Sure.
right?
Yeah, that's our camp.
We'll leave everything the same. Put the
hook your
filter in.
coax in here.
Okay, so this is the antenna.
so that's your trip right there.
And then screw that adapter into your rig.
And there's your
Okay.
bike with the, right in there. That's your bike.
No, orange one.
This one, yeah.
You might want to put the adapter in first.
Going test better. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. When did you guys do this?
That's right.
This last week, I was looking at his jacket, I was thinking, this is crazy.
Sounds fine.
When we were out right this morning, when I left, it was 39 degrees. When I came back, it was 42.
It's rattling because my hot glue came loose from my torrid.
Oh, okay.
No transmitter, you'll end up with some
That's a
smoke.
good picture.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, the deck.
Smoke coming out of that thing?
Not yet. The
Kicking the
smoke
linear.
comes out the radio.
Yeah, kicking the linear.
Fine.
Bike, that's for sure. Is this you guys here? 43, was that your?
Yeah, that's our connection.
Yeah, the second one.
It is without the filter.
And
So
sorry,
you
give us a
guys
second.
are doing that, check it out. What I did Saturday. I didn't count. Let me show you. Find out
It's with the filter.
The audio's louder. It sounds
That
like.
was my Saturday. I
don't
did,
think
like,
we did.
like 6 hours. I just drive over to the trail head, look at some house. And then I grab my bike and then come back.
Okay, so it does work. It's a little better with the filter.
It is?
The little red bridge. That's where you start crossing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if everybody was quiet, we could tell. Trying to figure out a quick way to switch it over.
Folsom, I just kind of went into the joint cash trails.
Yeah.
No quick way to do this, is there?
I didn't know where I was.
No.
I knew I would go, eventually I knew I'd end up getting to the lake.
That's a nice little.
Who's,
Oh, here now, okay.
It was a good.
Over here.
exercise.
Oh, yeah.
who's the computer
That's
geek?
all it was for.
Well, good question.
One of these has got some videos on it. Oh. Take a look and see if this one,
We're working out the filter situation for the radio.
Now your K3 doesn't have that problem, does it?
look on that drive.
You talking to me, Chris? Bob, in six
yeah.
PGQ?
Yeah.
That K3 doesn't have this problem because it's sitting on a chair in
One,
the bedroom.
no,
Right, yeah,
no,
they-
See, I
Why is it
see
sitting
it
on
no.
a chair?
Pull that one out.
Because the
No.
K4 replaced it.
Oh, are you selling the
Right,
K3?
got the K4 now.
Keep it as a
right?
backup?
Yeah.
You know, to my kid probably.
Oh, nice, there you go.
When did you actually get the K4?
2 weeks ago.
Oh. And what's the report?
And I
You know,
tried the sideband contest. What was it last? I don't know. Shut up, Bob. Last weekend or whatever it was.
Yeah,
the DX CQDX sideband one, and I worked about 50
Come on,
50
Betsy.
contacts, and then the controller board in my stepper died.
No way!
Oh, man.
And
They're
so,
good
and
vendor,
so
they're really,
I had my
Is it all the way
infinite
in?
SWR. all the red
You
lights
gotta
came
turn it
on,
on,
the
right?
radio went tilt, and
Okay.
the tuner went tilt. And
Right there, click on that.
new controller boards coming in tomorrow at the post office.
And then you start on Radio 1. These are
This is
videos
something
where I
out here, not
tested.
up there.
Let me explain to you how
That's the same thing happened last time.
Tested.
1.843 megahertz, which is 160 meter frequency. It goes through an attenuator, which takes the signal down to minus 100 dBm, which is roughly 2.2 microvolts. Then we have a combiner that takes signals from the signal generator, which mimics the radio station, and that in turn goes to each individual receiver. We'll test those individually in a moment.
And then you'll get an arrow, click on the right arrow and it'll start the next video. The right arrow. That's, now this is a K2.
And go. Okay, we're gonna test the first receiver, which is an Elecraft K3. The signal out of radio station is now down minus 40 dBm. And I'm gonna start increasing the signal until we hear the volume of the tone drop, which means that we've gone into the saturation. Minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, 0 dBm, which is about 223,000 microvolts, plus 10, plus 20, which is a tenth of a watt. No effect on the receiver.
That's a lot of signal.
A lot of things, yeah.
So now you click the next one, now we'll go to this. I won this rig, I think, so.
Part 3 and go. Okay, now we'll test an
Pacific
icon,
on.
IC17 transmitter.
So I won the IC.
Again, we'll start with this minus 40 dBm.
Oh, yeah.
Increase it to minus 30, minus 20, minus
Obviously,
10.
protection doesn't.
Now we're at 0 dBm, which is 1 milliwatt, plus 10, which is 100th of a milliwatt. We'll take it all the way up to a tenth of a watt. No impact on that receiver, so no issue there.
Good for a free radio.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
now comes my $130 rig.
There you go.
4 and go. Okay, now we're gonna test the final receiver. This is a micro bit X, which is a $130 transceiver versus a $700 IC17 versus a $4,000 K3S. We're starting again at minus 40 dBm, minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, 0 dBm, which is 1 milliwatt, 10 dBm, which is 100th of a watt, and all of a sudden, when we get down to plus 20 dBm, which is a tenth of a milliwatt, the receiver desenses.
But then I wanted to impact it was that cheap little micro bit X.
So the others had good enough filtering in them.
Good blocking, very good
Good
blocking.
blocking.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know, in your situation, as close as you are to that station, I suspect you might have issues. But I don't know. Of course, you've got a super radio, that K4.
That's
I
true.
don't know yet.
Yeah, I
Didn't get the K4 yet?
2 weeks
Oh.
ago,
Oh, good.
they were asking where my K3 is. I said it's on a chair in the bedroom.
Why did they care about the K3?
I was curious.
Oh, these guys were.
I asked him.
I thought you meant Elecraft.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it didn't meet the grade, so we threw it out.
Yeah,
up to speed now.
took it to the electronic recycler.
The K3
Yeah.
was a great field day.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah,
Recycle bin. Yep, that's where we're gonna go.
D-Expeditions swore by those radios.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the grades are small and
Close proximity.
they hold up.
And the blocking performance is off the charts.
Oh, it's great,
That's what
yeah.
you need.
It really is.
So, when I grow up someday, maybe I'll get one. Or not.
Or not.
use your
Yeah,
comments
you're
here.
gonna get cheap. Get it going.
I have.
So anyway,
It's called a
that's where I
K2.
tested them.
All right.
And
That's the final control.
the other thing I did is I brought some attenuators.
Oh, yeah.
I was this little transmitter I built this.
Anybody want coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Water?
Coffee sounds good.
My K3 will hear a signal down to minus 128 dBm,
Oh, they're
which is 0.09 microvolts.
Is that your measurement, or what's his name in Colorado?
760?
No, that's using my HP signal generator and
Yeah.
these two HP line attenuators.
So experimentally, you
Real
verify.
world.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, I just wondered whether that was specs.
They
or something like
claim
that.
it's better than a tenth of
From
a
W6
microvolt,
Yeah.
0.09, which is just slightly.
0.09 is definitely.
That's pretty damn sensitive. And I was gonna see if what John's reads So we'll see if his suspicion that his receiver's not up to snuff is not a blocking issue, it might be a sensitivity issue.
I think they're here for you, I don't know. Take another one.
We can find out.
That's why you take the measurements.
That's why you
Then
do.
you know.
Then you know.
Yeah.
But you don't ask. What do you
David's
say?
using last month's.
You have that equipment here?
Yeah, I brought it.
Just full of surprises.
Box of goodies.
Oh.
Your goodies are better though. They taste better.
We'll have to write those California proposition warnings.
Oh my God. I'll be so glad once that election nonsense is done.
How much money the TV stations make for those ads? Gee.
Tell me there's no money in politics.
Yeah.
Guess where all that money comes from? I think Mike makes the donations. I think that's where it comes from.
Mike's union.
Mike didn't do that?
Doesn't Mike have a union or something?
I'm not a member of the union anymore. I'm retired.
No. My wife tells me I'm retarded. Is that almost the same thing?
Pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. Well, I'm not really retired.
Well, she ought to know, 49 years.
What's that?
She ought to know, 49 years, right?
49 years.
You've been married to her now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
no,
49 years.
Wow.
Lucky woman.
How'd she put up with you so long?
Well, I've been retired now for a little over 8, which is kind of nice. And I've gained about 2 pounds per year.
Now you gotta go back to work.
I gotta do something.
Yeah.
So what physical did you do at work?
Nothing.
Start walking.
Just the whole procedure and just eat healthier and stuff.
Well, but I wasn't close to the kitchen.
I gotta go email.
That's dangerous stuff, isn't it?
Oh my
I'm
God.
bored. Open up the refrigerator. I'm bored. Open up the drawer of snacks. I'm bored.
You know,
Oh, there's ice cream here.
I used to run 2 or 3 days a week.
Oh, you used to run, like David, yeah.
The only problem with that is, as you get older and you have a few extra pounds, the more you run, the more you lose knees and hips.
Right, right.
So I gave up the running and I go down to the health club a couple of days a week and I walk 3 days a week. But it's not near enough to wear out the refrigerator.
Well,
You gotta walk half the day.
Move the refrigerator.
That would probably break even.
I think I need to padlock the refrigerator.
Yeah, give her a real padlock.
Or don't go shopping when you're hungry.
Or I could take up a mistress. What do you think?
That's not as smart.
It's not as smart. I think that cost me a lot of money.
That would be
That
expensive.
could result in death as well.
Yeah.
Sudden death.
I suspect in my case it would not be sudden. I suspect she dragged out that incident.
Something in your cereal every morning.
Yeah.
I think it would involve restraints and sharp objects.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Painful.
Guys enjoying our ham radio talk?
They don't look too excited.
Forgive us for straying.
Yeah, tough getting old.
Hey, John?
He's making coffee, I think.
Oh, okay.
So you had to do an email.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
I have a couple questions.
Sure.
I missed last month, so I didn't see the presentation. So you're talking about BCI, broadcast interference?
Yes.
Okay, I'm having difficulty lately, and I don't know when it started, on 80 meters I'm getting a bunch of AM broadcast stations coming in on some frequencies. And I don't know if I should get, you go to DX Engineering and look for a broadcast interference filter, and they want like $200. And there's another one that's like $90, Morgan filters or something. But then, I'm thinking maybe it's coming in rectification. maybe on the antenna, but then another knowledgeable source told me that it could also be rectification. I think my antenna is okay. Said it could be from some other source, like, you know,
Well-
power line. I have a lot of power line interference here too. So he said in that case, a filter wouldn't work.
Let's deal with the first question.
Okay.
Is it just one radio station?
That's the first.
No, I think I'm getting multiple stations, a couple.
Are
And
you
it's-
sure?
We know, you're not too far from KSTE, right? I don't know where the transmitter site is. I think it's down there somewhere.
Well, I can tell you it's 1380.
13,
And-
okay, well, our presentation last week
Right.
was on that very topic. And we described how you could build a filter to take out an individual station, or you can add stages and take out a number of stations, so that none of that stuff gets into your rig. The second question is, do you have a receive antenna input for your receiver?
Yeah, it's a K3.
Okay, you've got a K3 as well. So, I showed where you can go to design the filter and how to build the filter. You're talking all of, I don't know, $5 for a filter that takes all that stuff away.
Okay.
And did we record last month's?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Talk today. Yeah.
So if you go back and look at last month's meeting.
Okay. All
all
right.
that
I didn't know there were
information is in
recordings.
there. And if you need some help with it, I'd be happy to help you with it. But you
Okay.
can easily get rid of that issue if it's just one station. You can also easily get rid of it if it's two stations or three. But I suspect it's only one, because you need to be in fairly close proximity for enough of that stuff to cause you trouble.
Okay. But what I didn't understand from the other source, the guy was telling me that if it's rectification from some other outside issue that's not my antenna, that a filter wouldn't help.
Right.
And
I'm sure that's true, but first you have to identify whether it is or is not rectification. If it's rectification, you actually use a tracking device,
Right.
sort of like a directional finder, to see where the rectification's taken place. And you can actually do that with a portable radio. You start walking around till it gets stronger. And if you have a directional antenna, you can figure out where it is. But that's a very unlikely scenario.
okay.
Yeah. But-
All right.
It could be something called intermod, where if you have one strong signal mixed with another strong signal.
Right.
Then it's like any other mixer, you get the sum of the difference frequencies. But typically the intermod takes place in your receiver.
Yeah. So the filter would stop it.
The odds are very good it's not in your receiver.
I would say that.
Well, what was interesting is I'm getting it on 3.9 and 3750. And I called Armand, friend of mine, and had one night when it was pretty strong and had him turn his K3 on as well. And he was getting it too. It wasn't as bad at his place as it was at mine. So that was me thinking it's not my antenna. It's not a rectification issue on my end.
Yeah. I got my place.
So maybe I should have John try it over there since we're relatively close, sort of.
Yeah.
I haven't listened tonight to see if it's there, but lately it's been there a lot.
On what?
3750 or 3900. There's usually a QSO on 3900. Some guys like Dennis hangs out there.
Right. You got it.
How far apart are you and your friend, Bob?
About, I'd say 5 miles, maybe.
Okay. Did something
And I
in your
think-
station, did something in your station change when this started to happen?
You know, that's a tough question to answer because
They go
I haven't been
68,
playing
80,
radio
90.
very often. So as far as I know, no, nothing major's changed, but you know, who knows what's happened in the last few months.
Sure, but what I mean is that you didn't add some piece of equipment or take something
No.
away or, okay,
No.
okay.
If it's affecting somebody else, I don't think it's rectification. I think there's
Right.
odd going on. I mean,
Especially 5 miles apart.
It could even be cable TV where
Oh, it is.
two signalers are mixing and it's re-radiating, and that's where it gets
That'll be
tough.
bad on HF though.
Yeah, I'd be surprised.
I would.
Yeah, I went down to 160 and I didn't hear anything down there. So, but I don't really have a good 160 antenna, but I
So
wasn't getting.
Okay.
when you tune it, you can get on 75.
3750.
Yeah. Sounds
How
clean.
close
Huh?
to you to John's place?
We're probably about 4 or 5 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
New message is received from W6 kilonewtons Kevin. New message is received from W6
All right,
kilonewtons
we
Kevin.
heard you. All right, so we're on 3750 right now.
Sounds clean.
I don't hear anything. What was the problem you're having? You hearing noise on there or what?
No, I'm getting a couple AM radio stations coming in, and also
Oh,
on
okay.
3900, but that might be in use.
Okay, 3900.
You're on TW, by the way.
Yeah, but that's okay.
There you go.
3900.
Well, we don't hear any carrier.
No, nothing on 3900.
Okay, try 4050, 4050. They're all like 150 kilohertz apart or something, or whatever it is.
No, nothing.
Yeah, I need to go back to the room and see if I'm getting it right now as well,
Good idea.
because it might be a little too early. It seems to be later in the evening.
4140, right?
4050.
4140.
No, 405. He's 100.
4050.
Yeah, 4050.
Third harmonic.
That's where we are right now. I hear nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Back to 3900.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend a couple $100 on a filter and not have it work,
Well,
you know?
the problem, Rob, is those filters need to be for the specific frequency. When you buy one from that are factory manufactured, they're just taking a chunk of AM broadcast band and trying to clear it out of there. It's not going to solve your problem.
Yeah, they're just a high pass filter, you know, below 1800, I guess. Right? Isn't that what they're selling?
For this demonstration was about 80 dB notch.
Well, RT filter group, this is now RT designed to go in line with the when you go, they go in the
It has, you have to buy a very substantial filter if it goes.
well, that's what I'm thinking. You know, that's what something might cost so much. I don't know.
It'd take a pretty substantial filter to handle that,
Sure would.
especially at those frequencies.
Yeah, could be.
Well, I didn't hear an answer, but just what DX and the other company would be selling, wouldn't that be a high pass filter that cuts everything below 1800?
Without seeing what the filter specs are, it's hard to say.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're selling.
but that would be a generic answer,
Yeah.
I guess.
You don't make it for them. I think it might be ICE or something like that. They used to make those.
If there's one specific frequency, as I said, for just a couple of bucks, you can have a very effective filter.
Yeah, I'll go watch last month's. I'll go watch your presentation.
Here's 1380. You could make a start, yeah, try that one.
1380, 3950, and then 405. 150 kilohertz. What's it, 100 kilohertz?
Yeah,
Navigation station or something?
oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any Loron around here.
Not
I
anymore.
haven't heard that in a long
They had
time.
that,
No, not anymore.
they had that, what do you call it now?
GPS?
Yeah.
So somebody's on 3900.
You don't hear
I don't hear any radio station
Yeah.
or 4050.
Guy talking.
I had Phil's filter on there before.
That's an idea.
It shouldn't make any difference.
I know, but I just thought I'd try it without. Just to be scientific about it. No AM radio station there either. Going back to 3750.
Sometimes you can turn to get rectification. I know I do on 20 or 40 meters. If I hit my key, it goes away.
Yeah, see, that's where you'd see rectification. There's enough field strength there
Yeah.
to cause it.
It comes and goes. I don't want to do it.
Rain gutters or
Rain gutters.
all kinds of stuff.
What do we want? But like I say, if I put a little sticker on it, it goes away.
Okay, who else wanted
Let
coffees?
me try that.
I'll go for a real one.
Huh?
I'll do a decaf, please.
Real coffee.
Nobody wants decaf, huh? Okay.
Mike wants decaf.
Mike wants decaf.
Mike wants decaf.
He had the filter.
Oh, he got
He had the
it.
mic filter. Just went straight to ground.
You've been attenuated.
Anyway,
All right, who ordered first?
I have no idea who was
I don't
first.
remember.
All right, who wants a black coffee?
Me.
I'll take it.
All right.
Okay,
Well, sir,
no syrup.
this is Bob McDonald's.
It's not rocket science.
It won't
Oh,
burn
wait,
you.
yes it is. You know Bob Mix, John?
Bob Nix.
Bob
Sounds familiar.
Mix. He is a rocket scientist. You know Bob.
You're right. Yeah, he had the DIY at River City one time, right?
He's the
Couple years
DIY
ago?
radio group guy.
Couple of years ago. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's where I've heard that name. Yeah, he was a rocket scientist.
So was he? Oh.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Aerojet guy? or-
Yep.
I know a guy who
He was in charge of digging the pits.
He was telling me that at one time they were working on nuclear powered spaceship. But then they
Yeah,
dropped
that's
it.
exactly right.
Yeah, I did.
Plasma.
Coffee?
Then Chris wanted
Decaf.
coffee.
You want decaf?
I want-
Chris wants the real thing.
He knows what I like.
So if that's decaf, that's what Mike
It's
wants.
not decaf.
Mike wants decaf. Oh,
You find some junk mail or something.
Bob, did he make it tonight, MVP? No, he didn't, did he?
No, he's working on the bug
All
round.
right, here you go.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Probably.
Oh, good.
That's gonna be
Oh,
hot.
that's
probably.
in the corner to
It's
find
gonna be
out.
hot, but you're used to it.
Oh,
You want the handle or what?
yeah.
All right.
It's pretty
Handle's
full.
right here.
He built you a table.
Oh, the table, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
John, thanks.
Hey, Rob, if you have trouble with that filter thing, let me know. We can design one that'll fix it. You just need to.
Okay.
You just need to.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should run back to the radio and see if I'm having an issue right now, just to compare. Or, but yeah, I'll watch
Sure.
last month and see what that's about and try to implement that if it's easy and cheap.
Yeah, I need to sleep. Yeah, I don't blame you.
It cost you what, about $189?
That's for the gas to get over
You
there.
gotta
My
take the
dad
coffee
used to get up
here.
once in a while, in the middle of the night when he couldn't sleep, make a cup of coffee. I come from a very laid back family. We don't get too excited yet, you know?
That's good. My wife reminds me.
Oh,
You make good coffee, John.
God.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I think you should try to get one on the heart.
Do you have your own apron?
No.
No?
You make it a
Put the cartridge in, pull the handle down, press the button.
Ah, I like your style.
That looks like a heart, doesn't it, kind of?
Sort of.
I don't do those things with the steam
Just
squirting out
annoy
the
you.
side and all that, just not into that.
Foo-foo stuff.
Yeah,
I'm all over that foo-foo stuff.
it's supposed to be a real coffee,
is
and it's got the steam squirting out and all that stuff.
Oh, the espresso monster.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't do that.
Yeah, oh, that'll get you wired. Yes, sir.
You go to Europe, that's what it is. It's all espresso.
Oh, yeah. No wonder it's so crazy over there. Stay up all night.
I don't know if they're any crazier than we are.
No.
But you know,
In different ways,
they
probably.
have the same inflation problem we have.
Really?
In fact, worse. Great Britain's 10.8%.
What do you need?
Great Britain was at parity with the dollar.
Somebody wanted water. Who wanted water?
Me.
Bob.
Yeah, yeah. And
I do
the
have.
euro is
Argentina.
down
Yeah.
compared.
Oh, it's
to
lower?
dollar. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, pound when I bought stuff.
There you go, Bob.
Oh, thank you. Pound when I bought
They've
stuff
had years ago.
was $1.60
Yeah,
a pound,
right. Now it's right at
right at parity.
parity, yeah.
Which
And
is
the euro for years, it was $1.20,
$30-ish, yeah.
$1.30, $1. Right now, I think you get like 1.03 euros for $1.
Yeah.
David, you didn't want coffee?
No, thanks.
What, three prime ministers in like 3 weeks?
And a year at least. Boris said he wasn't gonna do it.
I think Boris was very fond of partying. That seems to be his moral downfall.
We've had people who have done that too.
Have we?
Uh-huh.
Huh, imagine that.
Go ahead, man.
And you know, this inflation thing, all of it reverts back to what happened with that COVID thing. The supply chain
Oh, yeah.
disruption and people not being able to get to work, you know, and then the government subsidizing the income of people who couldn't work. I mean, that's where it all comes from. It's gonna take a while to work it out.
Well, it's worldwide as well, though.
That's exactly
You
right.
can't just blame us.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. We wanna blame it all on our current president. That poor sucker's suffering from
Yeah,
what's going on everywhere else.
that's timing.
I mean, he's earned his own bad marks, you know? Let him suffer for those.
Well, you just happened to
Gotta
be
get the devil.
in the right place at the wrong time.
Goes with the turf.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You gotta have a screw loose, you wanna be president anyway, so.
Who would want to be president? Talk about thankless.
President.
Oh, no.
Keep John.
Well,
John is president.
John is.
Yeah, I think
Want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
one thing about Spain, you know, they have very late over there, you know, they have two, siestas about 2 o'clock or so.
Siesta, oh yeah.
And they get awake, and then they go to about 10 or 11.
It's a pretty country.
It is, yeah.
What's that?
Spain,
Because it looks just like California.
it does. It's a Mediterranean climate. So's Greece. Except Greece has Santorini.
We had some bad fires there, I know that,
Yeah.
years there.
So we.
Yeah, we have too.
I guess it is similar, huh?
Yeah. Well, we get done, I get my show and tell here,
Chris.
we get all done, take the coffee.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, wait, I don't need your radio to do this.
Okay.
Now, wait, we're going to do a live demo. I'm gonna get the screw in your station. Okay,
Oh, that's a heavy old box.
TW Tango Whiskey 1, talking watt meter. The talking part not that useful, but anyway.
Do you like coffee? That's fine. You're pretty tough.
Audio, watt
I
meter.
think she's loud now. Got really whiny in the last couple of years,
Got a good voice.
since the other cat
Oh my
died.
goodness.
Holy cow.
You talking about me or cat?
Common
Cat.
mode
Oh,
choke
cat,
to
yeah.
boot.
No, you haven't changed.
Better hope. Better hope not. All right.
What mix is that?
Probably 31.
All right. Well, here's my homemade,
31 what?
The core material.
Oh,
oh, you recognize that, don't you? Just by the color.
Well, all of those
It's a
suppression
choke, yeah.
chokes are dark gray. They're all the same.
We're all turning gray. We're all type 31.
But when you're doing the ductor cores, they're yellow and white, and blue and green.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, got it red, white, and blue. Okay.
Talking watt
You wanna
meter
go
coming up,
I'm
John.
gonna go over here. I'm gonna plug it in.
Chair, right there, you have the chair.
Don't trip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shove it here.
All right, so what are we doing?
Center
We got
here.
this here.
And let's see here. Let's hook it up to the radio. So this income plate. I should get a DC adapter, but I don't have.
All right,
Okay. Might as well take it with the watt meter so we can see what's going on. So this is the.
so you need a dummy load, or you want to use it on the
Dummy load would
antenna?
be great. I can
How
do
much
both.
does your
Okay,
price
get a
go
dummy
over?
load.
It's all steel.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a Kona,
The dummy will be right back.
I don't know how much it weighs.
Oh, here's the,
Okay.
Yeah,
the
Well, that's good, because
Yeah.
mine, obviously, mine is
Yeah.
steel as well.
Here's the goodies that go with the coffee there.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I should bring it over here with me so I can drink it.
let me see if I can get the spec on it here.
Oh, okay.
So do you have the capability to put stuff on it?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, my setup.
What
I
I
have
can
to
do
look
it
on my album,
oh,
get the
here it is.
prices. And look, this was last summer, I think, or maybe even 2 summers ago. We had the 2 fires up the hill. I want to say it was last summer. So this is my kit.
Cool.
And what I did is I loaded it up with a bunch of stuff.
Scotch?
I took it on a day ride.
Oh.
As though I was camping.
We gotta try it out.
Because I wanted,
Oh, absolutely.
I wanted
It's
to
your
see
floor.
how,
the way this is going.
how it worked out.
Where you going, Chris?
Oh, I can grab the meter.
You wanna go back to the radio? You going to the radio?
I got the meter.
The meter?
Yes.
Well,
I think Bill has it.
The talking watt meter?
No, the watt meter's over here.
It's on the table.
It's on the table.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
it's right here. Hold on.
The must have gone blind there. You can't see anything.
I got it right here. And here's the radio right in front
I
of
know
you.
the radio is there.
Yeah,
I got it.
right.
Okay.
You got good tires on it too.
All right,
Because it's-
so-
I got that bike, I had the, this was a couple of years ago when I got that bike. And because with the supply chain you guys were talking about, everything was shut down, so I found that bike in Vermont.
You guys.
And it was on sale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the reason it was
What
on,
costs more, the bike or the freight to get
it
it?
was free shipping.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Whoa.
It's not a cheap bike.
It's not, those retail for today for probably 1,800 or 1,900, I think I paid 1,200 or 1,100 for it shipped. But here's the deal, I wanted a bike that I could straddle over without having to be over like this or over like that.
Yeah.
So it's a 48.
Yeah.
Which is small.
Yeah.
And the trade-off in that small bike is when you turn, if your foot, if you're on your
Yeah.
pedals, if you're not paying
Hit the
attention.
ground.
You got overlap.
I've never had an issue,
Oh, beans.
but I'm aware of that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I have, one of my bikes has it.
yeah, you have that limitation, and then of course,
Okay.
you don't have much space in your frame for any bags. So I have panniers in the front, I have panniers in the back.
That's what Mike's looking at right now. And,
Does your heel kick the ones in the back if you're?
No, I don't have that issue, no. No, it's a lovely bike. It is
Yeah,
also-
they-
it's
Yeah.
also-
All right.
Okay, I'm going to power supply, I just had it here.
Or such that you
Oh,
can
here it
find
is.
them.
All right.
You see here, here's the output of
Now, what do we
this.
do?
Like this, and you're not going very far.
Okay.
But you're.
And it goes into the radio, and where's the power, oh, that's power cube, where did it go?
So
We
that's,
don't
that
need the
would be
antenna.
typically what I would
You
do.
know, well, you might want the radio, I'll show you how to tune it. So we'll do the dummy though first.
Okay, so that was
Okay.
the road.
Did I bring the power supply over here for it?
Yeah.
I did, okay.
Slide Park Road going to the reservoir.
Let me grab my coffee.
No.
Immigrant Gap, Donner Pass, or Immigrant Gap Trail. And actually, I.
Mormon Immigrant Trail.
Mormon Immigrant Trail, and I rode to Mormon Immigrant Trail, went, past the lake, and I went up quite a
Your
ways.
coffee's on that chair.
Yeah, be careful, going straight on.
I'm working.
Yeah, you'll find it, it's there.
Oh, from here.
And,
No, no, you
then
almost
I
had it.
found
Almost had it.
Go
all
to the-
kinds of people that drive up there.
It's the
going to
opposite
the
corner of the
Eldorado,
chair.
National Forest.
You
It's
get
on the
close.
seat, the opposite
Mountain
corner.
biking and stuff like
Back
that.
your hand up, now you're on the,
A tent,
Oh,
yeah.
I had a tent in my bags.
so it actually fits in those.
Well, it's a two-man,
Well, how long are the poles? Because most of the time the poles are too long to fit.
no, my whole bag is probably this big. The whole, I had all my tent gear, all of it was in the rear panniers.
Okay,
You can see I
okay,
had
John.
two of them there. Yeah, two panniers on each side. And they're.
I gotta get a key
you know,
hooked up to
it's
this.
leather.
Give me a minute
The
here.
tent was probably in one of these.
All right.
you know, Vertical.
Okay.
And the stakes and stuff, and I had all my.
Are those Ortlieb?
They are, yeah.
So they must be the big ones then.
They're not, they're large, they're not
Yeah.
the extra large
Yeah.
ones, but they're the large ones. So on a small
Okay.
bike like that, I got another picture.
What are we doing?
We're gonna go with,
Find it. That was that trip.
use the mode to
Oh, this was just.
Okay, we just ready?
Just
I
test
just
it.
wanted to,
Well,
yeah.
that's wonderful.
All right,
Let's see.
Well, you gotta try,
what band we on? We going any place?
Just hold on a
Here's
minute.
Oh, hang on.
another
Let me get this to
perspective of
CW.
it.
Okay, we're on 80 meters.
Okay.
yeah.
So they're not super. Everybody's gonna be running down. Super big. They're plenty
Those
big.
are plenty big.
They're plenty big. I have a lot of cubic storage
So-
right there. But yeah, guys will go
See.
on expeditions with that size, those size bags.
Okay,
And
red.
I'd be looking
All
at-
right.
I'd
How
have
much
more
you,
stuff
what
in
power are you
there.
running? 100?
What's your question?
How much power are you running now?
That's boring shit.
100 watts?
Okay, all right, this is how this thing
It's
works.
a Sutra.
Uh-oh, Chris is giving a demo.
Okay,
Okay.
Wait a minute.
ready.
Well, let the smoke out
hang
now.
on a minute, Chris. I gotta get the key hooked up.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Gary there for a while. Well, we still got an uphill battle.
I'll admit it. I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
you can do that.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. All right, this is the TW1 talking watt meter. It does English and Spanish, I think maybe German, I'm not sure, don't remember.
Okay, now what do you wanna do?
Mike
No
said for
swap.
English. So, okay, you have, let's see
You
here.
turn up the volume?
That's the power output. You can make it get really wordy if you want, but I don't like all that.
Just the essentials,
It's
yeah.
minimalist. Okay, here's the reflected power. Which I don't believe, but that's what it says. And here's the reflected, the Biswar. Okay, now,
Okay,
yeah. So other things, I think I need to go and recalibrate these things, but anyway, you hold it down. That's the minimum pitch. It should be lower than that, or it'll be 1.0. And that's reflected power. Okay, now.
who's trying to talk?
If you adjust the power output, which is somewhere around here. Where's the
Who's
power
trying
output?
to talk? I'm hearing bits and pieces.
Where's the power output on this thing?
How are you dealing with that?
What are you guys doing over there?
Yeah, here's what we
You
do.
deal with that, please.
I'm dealing with.
All right, now, what do you want me to do?
All right, adjust the power output.
All right, it's gonna take a minute. I can't do that on the fly, just a minute.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I gotta go here. No, get off there, please.
All right.
All right, so,
Oh, you gotta go on menu, don't you?
yeah, I gotta
I
go.
keep
to
forgetting
menu.
that. Kind of like the 940.
No, it's not a 940.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
They're great tools. I like this.
Grab a coffee here.
Take that off.
Uh-oh.
I have to lay it against the trees.
Okay. RF power.
RF power.
Nice.
What do you want to turn it down to?
I don't know anything. Just adjust the length. You can hear the change in the pitch.
Okay, we'll go 80%.
Okay, that'll work. All right.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So you got covers on the inside. I don't think I have covers. That's pretty good.
Transmitter air.
I don't really care about the accuracy of this thing. I need it for relative readings.
Oh, they might absorb water.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So now we turn this back up.
Find out. Yeah, the pitch had gone down some, so yeah. Now when I tune, I usually go for maximum noise, and then I put it on reflected power,
Uh-huh.
and when it goes beep, 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 that means you're 3 to 1
Okay.
or higher, which you don't want, obviously.
Mhm.
So I just keep pulling the knob so it goes down, and then I make a little chart of it.
So the frequency of the tone goes down when the SWR goes down.
Right. And that should be the same thing as the reflected power versus the SWR. It should be the same.
Okay.
That means you have 0 reflected. Of course, you got maximum output. And that's basically how it works. Now, I guess I should have brought my own rig. It would have been easier to show you.
Yeah.
Because it has a 10-watt position on it. I can just use it to tune it with. And it works really easy. I just put the button, got 10 watt.
You want 10 watts?
Okay.
I'll give you 10 watts.
Okay, and then we go put the tuner on. I mean, the antenna, excuse me. That's what I meant to say. Now you gotta go into shack, right?
There's 10 watts.
Yes, do that.
You have to go into shack to tune it?
Yeah.
Well, how do you tune it? How do you tune it from here? Oh, I think you have it
You
written.
don't.
Pumpkin and oatmeal.
You have it written down, huh?
Try that.
Okay. What do we tune on now?
And another pound.
This was my first.
Okay.
Pumpkin.
Now we got 10 watts.
So, you know, everything.
Okay.
Tires.
Go around the neighborhood thinking about
Right.
people's porches.
The frame was, you know, solid. And,
Oh yeah, definitely lower. Okay. Okay. Now we're doing the dummy load, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my introduction.
So we can't tune it from here, can we?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, we can't do that experiment. I was gonna tell you how I would actually tune up the system, but I can't do that. Unless I had it in there. If I had a speaker in there, I could do it. That'd be kind of hard,
I
yeah.
could bring another tuner in here.
Oh, could you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that.
You can give me a couple minutes.
Okay.
Bring a tuner and put that in one in bypass.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll
Okay.
work. Perfect.
So Chris, are those currently manufactured?
No longer, unfortunately.
Oh,
Why is that?
Because not enough people bought them.
Oh,
Not everybody wants them.
really?
I don't tell them I have one. No.
write to LDT and tell them, do another run.
Now I can make one, Doesn't take much. All it is basically a couple of diodes, to rectify the signal and drive an any 555 or something. or even a simple, blocking oscillator, you know, a couple transistors would do it. That's the way we used to do it.
A voltage controlled oscillator.
Yes, sir. That's the way we used to do it back in
This
the
is
day.
a Kona. This is a Kona, Sutra Limited. This is more of a gravel bike. It's got different bikes on it. It's more of a, they call it a gravel bike.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And it's got less space for storage than the other one. I think that would be a good for like an overnight rec, even with that, I'd probably, the other one would be easier to use. This is I normally ride that bike. I just want to go for a bike ride, but I don't have all the bags on it.
Yeah.
This has the bigger tires.
What, you know what size they are?
I don't, it was stock.
So you're,
I'm really devoted to them
Yeah.
because,
like 50 person.
it's just, they're just solid,
Yeah.
no fluff type of bike.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have a good reputation.
So Bob, how you come having a bug around there?
Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Are you going to the old, where's that thing, the Google sign up sheet? That's still good, right?
Well, he's got a sign up thing called Sign Up Genius.
Yep. I've signed up.
I guess that's still
I
down.
saw, I think Chris, you signed up.
I did, but there's another deal on the old thing that Mike set up. Are people still going to that?
Oh, I
That's when
don't,
the web, that's when
I'm
it's
not
going on the web.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not either. I need to ask Bob about.
Yeah, Bob will have to make a report on that one.
Yeah, I sent him an email. But I'm signed up on it. I don't know where you are yet. I didn't see you on there yet.
I haven't, yeah, I haven't signed up yet for
Yeah.
it. Okay. Rob's there, Dennis is there, Jonathan's there.
All right,
All right.
there's a tuner.
See what you got.
So,
Do the old bypass.
yeah, I'm gonna bypass the tuner in shack right now. So then, that's the demi load. This is the antenna. To go to my $10 tuner.
No.
Maybe it was a $2, I don't remember. But it works.
Should.
I have your $40 tuner, John.
Capacitors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sin, but it works. Yeah, really cheap. Used it in
Cheap is good.
Colorado for a month.
Oh,
Works
yeah.
just fine on 100 watts,
Didn't burn it up.
along with my onion and infed. Okay, now we need a coax from
It worked good for you.
here
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We've never got it all together yet.
here, huh?
Yep. There you go.
Another coax jumper.
You need a cable?
You got a jumper there?
Yeah.
Where?
Right here in my hand.
Oh, all right, we'll use that, sure. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Complete with a common mode choke.
That's right. I want to test it out, see how good it is.
You can evaluate based on the level of smoke.
Well, it never smoked. It had 800 watts through it. And it's still,
That's a lot of watts.
well, RG303 is pretty husky.
Not if you're Chris, that's low power. Right?
I want a QRP compared to some of these guys.
Okay. So we got
Well, I gotta make it for my crummy antenna.
80-meter antenna coming into here, going through the tuner, going to your
Okay.
watt meter.
All right.
Now, turn this back on.
All right. Looking like a good smoke test. Okay. Especially when there's no smoke.
When we're not hearing anything.
QUV burned up his brand new TW1 running 1,000 watts on 6 meters instantly.
Wow. 2 meters? Oh, it should have
No.
been a 2.
No, 6 meters.
Oh, 6 meters.
And it's supposedly good for 2 kilowatts. Well, he called the LDG and they said, well, it's really rated at, perfect SWR in 20 meters, it'll take 2 kilowatts. But as soon as you start
Perfect,
deviating
yeah.
from that,
Yeah, like the MFJ, 50, it's supposed to do 3 kilowatts. Well, that's only
Yeah.
50 on load.
Gotta read the small
I even
print.
question that thing. Yeah, but 2 kW and 6 meters, yeah.
so they built 500 of them initially, and it took them a while to sell. And then there was the blind community, really complained about it, and they made another run of 100. And they went through those, I think, in 2 or 3 months. But
Yeah.
the rumor is either they're not going to make them anymore, or possibly they're working on a newer one
Maybe.
that'll be a little more accurate.
Well, I don't think it's the most accurate thing, but I did check it against the bird. It wasn't bad on 80, but you get past there, who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't use it for that. I didn't buy it for accuracy.
Right.
I didn't buy it for accuracy.
Right. You just want relative readings for the most part.
Yeah, that's all.
Just to know if something.
I fill it for like, a couple hundred. I can probably get it now. People are really desperate. I'll sell it.
If you have an auto tuner, do you have any need for the watt meter?
No, I don't trust it. I like the manual. Take the range or something. I don't know, they're getting pretty good now.
It's just a nice piece of test gear,
Yeah, it is that.
just to make sure nothing's going crazy.
You're
And
right.
since we can't see a meter, there's not too many alternative ways to do it.
No. Out of the box. I mean, you can make one, but you're lazy. Or you don't have the skill to do that. Well, it's a good alternative, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this thing has a little pick in it, and for speech they have one of those, what was it, MSD or something, where they're using a double EEPROM chip that they are able to record analog voltages in the cells, and so anyways, it'll basically record and play back audio.
Yeah. That'll work. The speech is way too slow, I doesn't get it done. We'll get that application, it'll be fine.
Oh, and by the way, John, I'm not getting the broadcast interference on my station here right now either.
Oh.
Well, next time you do, why don't you call me?
Yeah, but how
If
late
I'm
are you
home, I'll
up?
run out and check it.
Oh, do you hear it in the daytime or do you hear it in the evening, or does it matter?
Mostly later in the evening. So what time you go to bed, John?
Oh, about 10 usually.
Early.
What?
About 10.
Okay. All right. All right, I will. If it's before 10, I'll give you a call one of these nights.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
We'll compare it then.
That's it.
Yes, that'd be nice to know.
Average tuner does.
Right.
Well, I'm not getting any signal for some reason here.
You got so much miswired.
Something.
Are you bypassing the tuner, maybe you're?
It's the wrong way.
That's the
Oh,
antenna.
you plugged it in the
They're
wrong
running
way.
backwards, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
What? What are you thinking?
Okay, let me show you here.
I think your $10 tuner died.
Oh, the $10 tuner died, yeah. Might be one of our
Well, all right, I'll go get my $11 tuner.
I'll go with the price, Bill.
You see what I started, I had to reshape myself, I'll slap myself.
Yeah,
I feel better now.
You feel better? Well, I did okay with my $60 tuner, $50 tuner, it came out great. Well, you weren't here last month, were you?
I was, yeah. I
Yeah.
saw it, it was a pretty nice deal.
I really did well on that one. Except for the slide rule part, which I don't care about, I'll fix it. Not an urgency.
Dial string.
I have John's old MFJ. He
They
sold
don't
me
do
a
that
while
anymore.
back.
They went to a gear, it just made
Is
the
it-
scale.
what's
put it
one
on
of the
the
10
roller,
tech
got
records?
itself like it should be. But that ten tech for you.
You have the 10 tech tuner with the string on it?
But the rest of it.
You get a lot of area,
Yeah.
not much traffic.
I do too, I don't have a string.
They did away with that in the B and the C model.
Reminds me of the old AM radio.
Yeah, but they were thinking probably, huh? And,
Dial string.
yeah, you can,
When I was a kid, I worked at a TV shop and I always got stuck with the job. I was pretty good.
That's cool.
I thought about using dental floss. Make sure you
Dental
get
floss is pretty
make
neat
sure you get
stuff.
the kind that doesn't have wax on it or flavor.
You have to have proper.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
It's probably been warm.
I think dental floss would work all right.
One time it snowed.
I've never tried it, but I probably would.
Yeah.
I used to use it with cable leaks.
Oh,
it's perfect.
Another time.
9050 L.
I mean, I get it free all the time from my dentist, so I got all these little free ones, that'd be enough.
So how's the video look to everybody? Because we got good upload and download speed now.
What was wrong last time?
It would need to be real shaky.
73 miles around.
Oh, I had a problem with a
Router.
router.
It's all high as well.
And now I got a Ethernet connection. So when I checked it a couple hours ago, it was 600 up and 600 down.
Wow.
Yeah, smoking.
That should be smoking.
600.
Yeah,
Yeah, how much you paying for that?
And you have to
$50 a
put
month.
your shoes on. I don't have.
It's AT&T fiber.
Oh, fiber.
Fiber, yeah.
I mean, I was,
Fiber good.
Finally got to this neighborhood, yeah.
because I actually like to look at stuff.
Yeah, fiber good for your system.
So I told them I'd sign up as long as I get it for the same price. So they tried to sell me some higher speed and all that. I said, no, never mind, just leave it. Oh, okay, well, we can do that. Yeah,
They don't wanna maintain
One of those
the old
deals.
stuff?
right.
Right.
This is,
But I mean, their ad said for the same price, you know, and of course, well, how many computers they, you know, they think I need,
It's,
you know, 4 times
it's got.
as much.
Yeah.
Fiber.
But then checking it, it's 600 anyway,
It's
so.
aluminum.
Oh, yeah, you went to AT&T, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can get that in my neighborhood, I don't know.
It's 600.
It's either there or it's not, you know, it's whatever's strung up in your neighborhood.
That's right.
Now,
Rocket speed.
Well, I got Sure West now, and they're,
is this thing off or something? You just,
I don't know, man. It should work. I mean, it worked before.
Use a car. and-
Yeah. No, that's the way to do
Yeah, you
it.
gotta get something.
That's,
well, I can't even get,
this is.
Well, why don't you take
Audio
the
here.
watt meter out of
I'm gonna
the,
take it out of the line and make sure it works before you,
make sure everything's doing its thing.
yeah.
And then you can put it back in the.
You have,
alright, that's a good
That's an idea.
suggestion.
That shouldn't be a problem once you got,
Enjoy these other bikes.
well, let's see here, John.
is it, what happens when you push the
This?
key?
When I do get on it,
Cable.
it's like, wow, this is.
Okay, oh, we don't have anything hooked up for one thing.
I know it's funny.
Well, I just took it off, Chris.
Oh, okay. Okay, that part,
Yeah.
Oh,
that wouldn't come from out of a
not
radio.
very much mass.
Or-
in this thing, yeah.
Yeah, that comes out of the radio side,
No, that's it, I have no more bikes.
and that goes with it.
Yeah, that's what I had, and that goes to the
Anything in the
antenna,
output.
yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
Jeez, what do we got now? Alright,
I don't think you have enough cables.
probably the problem.
How much cable do you need?
Yeah, to make that thing not work.
Well, Chris, what's it doing right now?
Nothing.
Well, it was working.
I didn't touch it. I was asking. So David, anything up your head speed for the bug roundup?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
I don't hear any audio.
I don't think so, I think I use a wire.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gotta put it up to do it.
John and I are working on the mask right now. I've got to take pictures of the XP masks
Yeah,
back
I,
to the manufacturer.
There's something wrong with it?
Well, John and I think there's something wrong with how it was put together.
Oh.
It functions, but there's some,
Hang up.
it's not a real solid connection.
In the head speed?
for the mast. In fact, I have it here.
Well, that, you know.
I got it right here. Oh, I'll bring it.
You mean connection, you mean physical or electrical?
Sounds physical.
Oh,
I mean, if it's a mast.
Oh, you know,
This
you
piece
see
here,
this?
see this piece right in here?
Yeah.
When you got all this weight
Oh, that's-
around the hex beam,
That's, yeah.
it's kind of at an angle, and there's a piece of metal that's in here. John looks like he might have been working on something there. He might have even.
We have a hex beam for the club,
Yeah.
and this does not clamp. I mean, typically, what you have is a plate, and you got U-bolts for the mast.
Yeah, well, we have the plate
Right,
down here, yeah.
So anyhow, I built a mast we have a light tower, you know, like a
They got
wood line
that now.
tower, military surplus. And there was no way to attach to a mast, you know. So I took a piece of conduit that John gave me, and I machined it to match the size of this hub. And then I got two U-bolts that come across to hold it tight. But yours seems solid.
Well, I think John's done some things to it here, because it wasn't like that.
There's tape.
Well,
There's
It's
tape.
sturdier than.
we did that temporary job there to put it up.
Oh, that's the same job.
When we were putting it up, yeah.
We got kind of a picture of that, you know, and,
And
I
that's
don't-
wedged in there.
I don't think I did anything
oh,
to it.
Yeah,
well, we're okay.
I started to and then
I called the.
backed off there,
I
yeah.
called Bill who builds these
What do you
things.
think?
Well, he hasn't called me back yet.
Oh.
So I'm gonna send him pictures of it so I can, put a nice little report together and say, look, here's our question, here's the situation. I wanted to make sure this got built according to his spec, because, he's got probably other people building these things and shipping them out. And the other one,
This is kind of hokey, actually.
yeah, it's kind of hokey.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because you got arms hanging out there, what, 7, 8 feet?
At least.
Yeah, that's
It's not even centered.
not real swift.
It functioned, but I'm just thinking in terms of putting it up and taking it down a lot. I need this to be, as good as it
I'm
is.
surprised, you could build a square, they make rectangular U-bolts. And I'm thinking if this were to be supported with a block, so that you could compress this and build a mast extension square, and you could U-bolt it, then go to whatever you're using for a mast, it would be a much sturdier setup.
Yeah, of course, this drops into this other adapter down there that's got all the connections.
Oh, yeah, there's another.
All right, Chris.
Okay. All right, here,
We have noise.
so screw this thing up good here. Okay. We are going to, let's see what you got here.
You didn't.
All right, now,
It's too much QRM in the room.
There always is.
Try to
good
do
as that,
something like
okay. All right, here, that is is it a, looks like an MFJ or
Yeah,
variant of,
right,
and this is a tap,
right.
so that's gotta be, I would guess, or what?
It's where it needs to be for 80 meters.
Okay, now, so let me see here. Turn this on. And we'll go here. I mean, we know we're not. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to minute SWR. Okay, you see how wacky it is? I mean, it's over 301. So, with this.
Lowest tone to the best tone.
All right, here we go.
So you just zero beat the thing and.
I'm tuned up.
The lowest tone.
Now you turn the power up, it should be, let me make sure, I didn't check it really, I just kind of going by pitch.
Yeah, it's showing 10 watts on this
1
highly calibrated MFJ.
Oh, yes, sir, highly calibrated.
Highly calibrated,
Precision resistors.
right.
Wrong button. Oh, there we go. There we go, now we're good. Anyway,
So
that's
you
pretty quick.
want the lowest pitch, Chris, not,
Yes, I want the
not
lowest
matching,
pitch,
you
and
aren't matching your side tone then?
Right, so
Okay.
they're both the same, the SWR and the reflective power are both the same pitch. So now, 7.8. Well, that's 10 watts, but that's good enough. So now you can crank it up to 100 watts and be good to go. Pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take about 25 minutes. I think that's.
I've done this long enough now.
Well, it would have taken longer, but we don't have that many people here.
That's true.
More talking, you know.
That's true.
All right,
That's
anyway.
so much for my demo. Let's try another band. Let's try 40.
All right. We'll just leave it on 10 watts then.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
If I remember right, memory served me. When I turn the coil clockwise, it gets smaller, right? Yeah,
I don't know what you mean.
the inductance goes down.
What?
When you turn the coil
On that?
switch, it's less inductance if you go this way. I think it is. Okay, are we on 40?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, there is pretty close. Now, let me see, where's minimum,
Not
maximum?
according to my
capacity?
notes here, but
Got maximum right there.
Tested for maximum noise.
Okay, now, let's see what we got here. Oh. Ooh. What? Oh, no, I don't hear anything.
okay.
I can turn this off, sorry. Ooh, that's not good.
No, you-
Seems like I'm a new band. Okay, let's see here. Well, there's much noise.
Keep going. Oh, you just passed it.
Ah. Wow, there we are. 40 meters.
You ain't getting a full 10 watts out.
All right. DQDX. So there you go. Wasn't that hard? Ah. Anyway, that's my demo.
Cool, thank you.
Nice demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I often wondered how you do that.
You know.
Yep.
Of course, they're home real quick, because
Well, you know where everything is,
I
and
know
you
where
know how
everything
everything feels, yeah, yeah.
but that's not bad.
Starting out
I
from
just
scratch.
walked in here.
Yeah,
I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I went the wrong way, but I did. Anyway, there you go. All right. Now,
It's a lightweight, it's a bucket and a vacuum.
I'm gonna
okay.
throw my little,
Yeah, you know, we laugh about the accuracy of the MFJ meters,
yeah.
but that's like so much better than we had in the 60s.
Oh, anything.
We didn't have a
my God.
clue.
Anything.
Homebrew SWR bridge, and you calibrate it on for minimum SWR.
I didn't even.
Not a clue what the output is, except that it's usually about half
Yeah,
on a
right.
Class C amplifier.
We never looked it up.
And that's all you know. Nobody had a watt meter. Nobody I knew.
No,
I
nobody, most of us didn't have
Somebody
an
from a rich
SWR.
family like Phil over there, you probably had one.
Oh, they were
No, I
QSP.
had no money.
Okay.
Everything I did, I had to find a way to fake.
Yeah, that's the way I was.
Yeah, light bulb.
But yeah,
I knew it was bad when the loading capacitor would flash over.
That's a
Yeah.
good sign right there. Something's wrong, huh? Or you can
but I mean, really, these things, you know, they show 100, they show 10. They're reasonable,
Well, I didn't know anything.
indication.
I used to roll up a piece of wire. You know, I didn't know about ground or none of that. Why did about ground? I didn't know about RF.
Yeah, Kevin says we use light bulbs. Yeah, I did that too for
You remember the kids' bits?
dummy load.
The RF?
PL250.
RF current.
Light bulb.
Matter of fact, I still have my light bulb dummy load.
I got mine, same thing. QRP is a
You do
25
what-
water.
You use what you could, any instrument's better than no instrument.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's,
right, Bill. You have whatever you
Especially when
got.
you're 16.
As long as you-
oh God. Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, we had a lot of.
I was 11 when I got started in this stuff, and by the time I got to about 13, I kind of gave up on it. I was more interested in girls and motorcycles.
Was that years ago? 13 or?
13,
WTM. 13.
It has those.
So that was age.
Well, that's good.
Whatever it's called, that goes on.
And then I
The hormone came in.
Lobbies areas.
Yeah.
I was 11 when I got my novice, and I was 12 when I got my
It's
general.
like the lightest weight they have.
And then
Yeah.
I didn't do anything until,
See, this is my shielded dummy load.
oh, good.
And this
Shielded
was my,
dummy load.
this was my SWR meter.
Have you
Yeah.
checked the calibration of that?
No, I
versus
should.
What you have today?
I should, it's just a milliamp meter, it's not calibrated at all. But, you know, he set it full scale and that was 100%, which was probably
Hey,
75 watt input was probably around
that'd give you a nice.
30 to 40 watts.
I got a nice amp.
your light bulb?
25.
You
Well,
did
I
right
did.
there.
Did it make any difference?
I don't know.
Oh.
Didn't want to get caught for illegal transmissions.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
And not this pump.
The
Which we were all
police
worried
were
about
always
back then.
running
6 or 7 years ago.
I know one thing, we used to have respect for the FCC, didn't we?
That's true.
We were scared of.
We logged every test and every CQ and everything in there.
Yeah,
Log everything.
I don't know if that was required, but that's what it did.
it was.
Yeah.
Every transmission.
Every transmission,
Oh,
so,
yeah, every.
you know, my old logbook's got tests in there and CQs and
Yeah.
all kinds of
Because
stuff.
they could show up anytime and ask for
Ask
your
for your
log.
logbook, yeah.
Never heard of that happening, but
No.
Yeah.
So how many signups do we have for bug roundup?
that's a good question.
4.
We should talk about it
Well, oh, yeah.
since it's coming like in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I gotta get with Bob on that.
So where is Bob? Kansas?
He's working on the bug roundup.
Oh,
That's what somebody said, I don't know.
Mike, I think it's 3 pounds.
Let's put out an email. Well, I know Mike signed up here. I'm signed up. George signed up for a couple hours.
Well, good.
The last time I looked, anyway. That's on the sign up genius. But the website doesn't point to that site.
Oops.
It points to the old Google sign up sheet.
Oh, it does?
It does. I signed up there too, just in case. We did before I
Well,
did.
you know, I don't think Carol is aware of an awful lot of stuff that's going on here.
Oh, I
And
don't think
she's,
it is either.
and she's basically the one who's maintaining the site.
Oh, that's right. You can talk to her.
That poor
Good
thing.
point.
You know, she's going in Tuesday for more eye surgery.
Oh,
She is?
What happened? What's with her eyes?
She had she had cataract surgery.
Cataract. Oh.
But her eye's not healed.
Yeah.
So they gotta go in and they gotta scrape the cornea.
Oh my goodness.
She'll be
So
leaving.
she's gonna be out of commission for a while.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, it's got an awful lot going on, that's why I don't bother with
Her
stuff.
dad, yeah. Yeah.
Her dad's not doing
But-
real well.
Yeah, there is
I went
that
over
too.
and saw him,
Can you get in?
yeah. Oh, yeah, he's in a retirement home.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
they were letting people in a while ago.
Well, let her work on it then.
Well, again, I don't think she minds doing it at this point, but it's tough for her to fit it in.
Yeah.
So the program that we're gonna be using to spot, is that the same thing that we used last year?
Yeah, it worked fine. It worked, yeah. The, what do you call it?
Chat Tango.
Chat Tango?
That worked great, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, you were running that, David, weren't you?
Yeah, Bob and I were,
Yeah, you guys did very good.
although Bob was out of town.
Right.
So I
He
did
seems to travel a lot. What does he do?
He does. Well, I think he's
something
got
with
the
IT, I
brother.
think. I'm not sure. He's got his father lives in, Indiana. He traveled there.
It's a long haul.
Yeah,
Yeah, so bug roundup's
well, I got the That's one of
2
my
weeks.
own house too. Why else, Patty, her cancer's come back,
Oh, no.
and he tweaked her back the other day, so now she's using a walker, and she's still getting around, that's stopping her.
Jeez. It's bad news stuff.
Yeah, it's bad, so, I'll get ready for that.
I'll wait for the week of harm. Yep. Well, thank you for the coffee.
Okay.
You do a fine job with coffee, John.
Yeah, well, I owe it all to
You might
Sam's
think,
Club and Walmart
Get Starbucks the rest of your money.
Mr. Krups.
that sells me these cartridges you put in there.
I use the French press.
Do ya?
Oh, hey.
I never,
I'm the only one in the house that drinks coffee. It's the first thing in the morning. I got one of
I
those
never did,
4-cup jobbers, which is actually 2 cups of coffee.
Well,
So I make my coffee in the morning and,
it's funny.
so that's one of those things you crank it down and it pushes through a filter or something.
yeah.
Yeah. I was drinking at home, but I drink it when I go out somewhere, church, so usually had it.
Questionable
Here.
filtration.
Well, join the army and you get some really special coffee.
Oh, yeah, how about the airports?
It's probably better than what we had in the
Or
army.
Boy Scouts and camp.
Generally
coffee.
things are, yeah.
Some of that stuff was horrid.
Horrid, huh? Horrid, army coffee pretty bad, huh?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Better than the food.
You
At
know,
least the coffee you could recognize as coffee.
you ever had raw chicken?
I'm gonna go down to your MRE.
Raw chicken.
Sometimes that's what came out of the mess hall.
Oh.
Pretty
It's
awful.
pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
In Korea, we had burgers, hamburger, they cupped, you know, like a piece of bologna when you fry it,
Yeah.
and we'd throw them to the dogs, and they couldn't even tear them apart.
The
They
dog
were
didn't even
bristling.
eat it, huh?
Now, the rumor was that
Shoe leather, is that what it's?
the rumor was the mess sergeant was selling the good stuff on the black market and substituting that.
Well,
Or-
you know, there's no,
Or it also could be that Uncle Sam paid top dollar for bottom dollar material, which
that
wouldn't be,
happens too.
Wouldn't surprise me.
either rumor was plausible, you know?
Well, I know at McClellan, they had the chicken, I guess it was breaded chicken, it was the weirdest chicken I ever ate. And I don't know where it came from, but I only had it once, and that was enough,
That was enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
The hamburger was the best thing that I.
You know, I've never heard of anybody joining the military for the food.
No.
Navy's supposed to have good food, they say, I don't know.
You're bad, you know that?
Or else, yeah, or else submarine cooking is, that's wrong about it.
You know, I think those guys get pretty good.
Yeah,
Navy generally better, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard, I don't know.
Well, they have to be when they're cooped up for 3 months.
Yeah, they gotta give them
Bad
something.
enough, is
Yeah, give them something, yeah.
it?
So, Chris said that the website directs, directs people to sign up for the bug roundup on the old sign up system.
Yeah, that's, uh-huh.
And I think that we still can access that, so maybe
Yeah,
we'll have to,
I went through it, it worked fine when I did it.
yeah, I'm just
Oh, well,
thinking,
then.
I'm thinking we have 2 ways for people to sign up.
Kevin says my ship had lousy chow, so
You wanna make sure.
so much for the Navy rumor, I guess.
Except we could have
Can you get into that?
overriding shifts,
Do you have that?
since one doesn't know what the
Yeah,
other's doing.
there's a risk of that, but normally we haven't had enough, users.
Yeah, you might wanna check
No,
that.
haven't had it, but it needs to be, somebody needs to look at it.
Yeah,
So what I'll do is I'll reach out to Bob,
okay.
and then he and I will probably get on a Zoom call together, is what we did last time.
Well, that was
Ah.
good. That worked out great, didn't it?
And then what we'll probably do, I'm thinking out loud right now, John, I may wanna borrow the laptop
All right.
Okay. I
until we,
could do- I
until
could-
we get through that bug roundup.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
that's no problem.
I think I may have used.
I can email from my computer.
Yeah, you got all your.
I had better luck with that than that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we got the
Nothing.
CQP through, that was a trick, but we got it.
Yeah, and then.
Just doesn't speak the same language I do.
Yeah, part of the challenge with Bug Roundup is having somebody that's kind of manning that
Yeah.
Jack Tango. And then also what I did last time is I monitored the emails
Because I was corresponding, Mike, I was corresponding with you, I was
Yeah.
corresponding with
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah.
Because some people were having a hard time getting into the chat tango.
I finally figured it out. I did.
Yeah.
I always forget what it
There
is.
was 2 different emails to monitor too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you don't know which one.
well, when I was doing it, it was just the one, because that was the one I was using to communicate with, so people were responding.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we never know which one people are gonna
just to that whole thing right there.
email us to.
You don't have a real
The
job.
W6SFM.com at Gmail or
Yeah.
admin@W6FM.com.
Yeah.
How do you do that? It always works.
It gets
Well,
complicated.
admin was the one, I call it the legacy account, that was the one
Oh, that's the
Mike
legacy
always
account.
used that one. I
Right.
didn't have a way of getting into that, so I used the other one that he had created. And that's what I've
Gmail.
been using.
I need to look into it. I never tried it yet.
And Bob and I were always trying to figure out, how do you get into admin? And so one day, John, our president, he says, oh, I got all the credentials to do that. So he's been sending emails out using the admin. So now we have
So now it's
admin,
confusing.
now we have admin, and then we have the
And then
admin
some
and
stuff sent out
W6.
from my,
So he had power you didn't know you had, huh?
So it's an interesting time to.
I was late sending out the email this week. Time got away from me.
For this announcement here. Oh, for our meeting today.
For this meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So-
been, the year is coming to a close, right? So
Well,
this is
you
our
know,
November meeting.
The one thing that
Time for
I'm
new
concerned
president.
Time for elections already.
is
Time to re-elect the president.
I think we should, what do you think about the throw
people
fund
paying
down?
their dues
Yeah, that's
and
right.
how we're gonna keep tabs on this membership.
Okay, what we have to do is get the new PayPal
Right?
hooked up to the website.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do.
Yes.
So people can do
Let
that.
me tell you how we used to do this at River City.
All right.
The treasurer did the membership. And the reason for that is the treasurer transferred the money from PayPal to the bank. And the only reason money came into PayPal was people renewing their dues.
Right.
So the two went hand in hand.
Well, it sounds like a good system.
And it's what we need to do. But again, the thing I was mentioning to you is I need access to the login to that account so I can retrieve all that information.
Okay.
And it would probably make your life that much simpler.
That would be good.
And what we could do is, once you get that done, is send out emails to our list of who we believe are members right now, and say, here, push this button and
Pay us.
sign up for next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's how I oftentimes, Mike would send out a reminder in January.
Right.
And, the first week or so of January, you're like, oh man, I didn't pay my dues yet. So I would go right
Right.
to it. I'd use that email it helped me. I didn't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Was it a link straight to PayPal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it right there. All you had to do-
Right on the website.
Mm.
And then the other thing we need is the sign up page where we get your email address and your name and phone number is optional, I guess. It'll be optional,
Social security number.
but I don't need that.
The little 3-digit
But-
number on the back of your card.
Call.
Right.
I hate
Well-
it when somebody sends me an email and they just have their first and last name.
Well, as I
'Cause to
said,
me, hot-
we're into
none of us have
November
last
now,
names.
so we
Yeah.
kind of need to get with it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I really get glazed over in a hurry when I get into this.
I don't know how to
IT
set any
stuff.
of that stuff up, so.
Yeah.
Well, you're no help.
Exactly.
And Mike, we won't even talk to him about it. So that leaves the rest of
Computers
us.
aren't allowed in my shack even, so.
Well, I think Bob could do, well, if he has the time. he-
Well, that's the thing too, and Carol's got all that stuff going on.
Right.
Just write my call on another $20 bill. like
She,
we did last time.
Yeah,
She'll do it.
We can do that.
I don't think the woman sleeps,
Yeah, I just don't want to add any more.
but we need to get it done.
Absolutely.
And if we don't get it done, we're
And
gonna
also have to get the new,
be screwed.
we have to get the new Zoom account. And that
Yeah,
one
we wanna
connected
put
to
that
the
back
bank
in it.
account,
Yeah,
All right, well, those are some good
and then kill the old one.
tasks right there.
right.
Those are positive.
And figure out how
I
to.
think you're all done playing with that funny.
Figure out how to what?
Serve the
How we
public.
serve the public since we're nonprofit,
Yeah, you probably had enough of that.
for the good of God and country.
Okay, so,
There you go.
Cider jam and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Well, everybody ready for bed, David?
Oh, I am.
Alrighty,
All right, Mike.
okay.
Hey, Mike.
Well, it's not 7 o'clock, you can't go to bed now.
Last night, man, I felt like I went to bed early and I did.
okay, so we are ending the session
Take some of
now.
that.
Oh, no.
It's in all this out.
John, I can't believe you still got stuff from back when you were first playing